Radio Cayman presents
The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter.
Radio Cayman's Business Buzz.
Here's your host,
Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to the Business Buzz. This is the first segment on this morning's show. I want to say good morning to Susan and our listeners and also to our viewers on YouTube. This morning, we welcome in our studio Mr. Noah Capetta. Noah is the coach at Cayman Tennis Academy. So this morning, we're going to highlight the sport of tennis. Good morning, Noah.
Good morning, Anita. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. How are you this morning?
Very well, thanks.
I see you have a huge bottle of water. Is that how you hydrate all day long?
Absolutely.
That's a good example.
Got to stay hydrated on the tennis court.
That's a good example for me, right? No, Noah, you've been in the business of tennis for a long time.
Yeah, about 19 years.
19 years, wow. Well, can you tell us how you became interested in tennis and why you decided to be involved with the coaching side of things now?
Sure. So I'm kind of a rare case, I would say, and when it comes to people who've made a career out of tennis, I didn't start playing until I was about 16 years old, but I took it pretty seriously when I did start playing. I grew up in the U.S., so I grew up playing a lot of baseball and basketball as a kid. And I had a table tennis table in my basement, so I played a lot of table tennis. So I understood the
Was that ping pong?
The concept. Yes, ping pong for the layperson. Yeah.
Okay. Me.
Yeah. So a friend of mine urged me to try tennis, and I did, and played relentlessly for several years, and began working at an indoor tennis facility in the state of Maine where I lived, and then began competing avidly. In my late teens, early 20s. And concurrently, as I competed, I began teaching as well. So I've kind of always been teaching and coaching as I've been playing. So I coached high school tennis. Right? I love coaching, yeah.
Okay, so Noah, you have been teaching and coaching tennis for 17 years, right?
19 now, yeah.
19. Okay, so you have multiple certifications from the PTR, that's Professional Tennis Registry. Mm-hmm. And as a player from Maine, you have been rated NTRP 5.0 and ranked number 1 in New England in men's open doubles.
That's right.
That's right. That sounds very, very impressive.
Well, it's not that impressive, but 5.0 is a high amateur level. It's short of professional, but yeah, I played a lot of competitive tennis. Yep.
Wow, I like that. I tried playing tennis once and it didn't work out. My knees gave out the next morning after one night. I
know a guy who could teach you how to play.
Oh, yeah? Well, that might be something to think about. No, Noah, how is the game of tennis played? Explain about the formats, rules, and scoring. I mean, it'll probably take a while, but in a nutshell.
Yeah, so kind of a condensed version because, of course, with any sport or game, there are a lot of nuanced rules. But just to break it down, I mean, the concept of tennis is quite simple. You've got to get the ball over the net one more time than your opponent and return it into the court to score a point. So the
sounds easy, right?
It sounds easy, right? The ball can bounce one time. We call that a ground stroke, or you can hit it out of the air before it bounces. We call that a volley. So a rally is when you are hitting the ball back and forth. A lot of people confuse the term volley and rally. Volleying is hitting the ball out of the air. Rallying is hitting the ball back and forth. So the point begins with a serve, which is usually an overhead motion. And it's probably the most difficult shot to master. The ball must land in the service box on the opposite end of the net and on the opposite diagonal side of the court. And once the ball is in play, the returner can hit it anywhere inside the perimeter of the court. And the point continues until somebody misses a shot, either into the net or out of bounds, or lets the ball bounce twice on their side.
And that's when you go, oh.
Exactly, yeah. A given player will serve for an entire game, which consists of winning 4 points, alternating which side of the court they serve from each point. And after the game is complete, the opponent serves an entire game, and so on until somebody wins 6 games, and then they won a set. If you win 2 sets, you win the whole match. You can play singles, 1 versus 1. You can play doubles, 2 versus 2. And there are many variations to the scoring system. meant to expedite or abbreviate a full match, which can last up to 2 to 3 hours sometimes. Typically, young kids will first play just to 7 or 10 points. We call that a tiebreaker. As they get older, they might play first to 4 games or a single set to 6 or 8 games. Tournament play also exists in various formats, from single elimination, double elimination, and round-robin play.
Okay. So, with regards to children, at what age should they start playing tennis?
So tennis is a game you can learn at any age. Some kids feel that if they haven't started playing by a certain age, that it's too late for them. But like I said, I was 16 when I started, so I encourage anyone who's interested to give it a try. At Cayman Tennis Academy, where I work, in our camps and our after-school programs, we begin as early as age 3. I have a few 3-year-olds that I teach private lessons to. It's really adorable. And I want to give a quick shout-out to my students Harrison and Amari and my 3-year-old son Reed.
Oh, good morning, guys. Does Reed play? I should not.
He
That's
does,
a
yeah.
no-brainer. Yeah, he plays. Yep. So, for those persons who have never played tennis or game of tennis, how do you get them started? What would you tell them about the joys and benefits of playing tennis?
Yeah, so
Talk to me.
All right. So you as a prospective student, I really enjoy giving adult beginner tennis lessons. I teach all ages, all abilities. But if you're an adult who's never played, give Cayman Tennis Academy a call, and we can set you up with private lessons, group lessons. We have classes like cardio tennis, which is kind of like a hit and run in a group setting where you're hitting a lot of balls, but there's also some instruction involved. But you just got to get started. If you're interested in tennis, don't delay. It's never too late to start playing. And there's a lot of great tennis pros on the island, and we all love teaching. And just go for it.
Off the top of your head, who's the oldest, let's say, tennis member in your club?
So we're not really a member facility. We're open to the public. Okay. But I can tell you, over the years I've been teaching, I've taught people in their 90s.
90s.
Yeah.
Oh, good time to start.
Yeah.
Never too old to start.
Never
too old to
Yep.
start. So Noah, summer's coming up, and we know summer, especially for the children, it's after school. Not after school anymore. It's summer camps. Whole lot of summer camps going on. Do you have summer camps for your?
We do indeed.
You do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I said, we start as early as age 3. We go up to age 14 for our summer camps.
Summer camps, okay.
And they begin July 5th is our first one, and they run all summer, all through July, all through August. They're weekly camps, Monday through Friday.
So, you go July, August. You want to give us some dates, or is it entire month, the 2 months?
Yeah, it's each week.
Each week.
Each week in
So
July and August.
July, say 5th to 9th.
That's right.
And continue through July 26th to the 30th.
Yeah, exactly.
And then for August,
all through August.
Basically same thing. You'll end August 27th, right?
Yep.
At the end of the month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How long? Are there any indoor activities for participants?
Yeah, so of
in
course
case of
it
inclement
can
weather?
get unbearably hot, especially for little kids. So we do have a covered pavilion at Cayman Tennis Academy in West Bay where we take frequent breaks. And we do have an air-conditioned little clubhouse as well, where we do arts and crafts and stuff with the kids. So we try and break up the day a little bit and get them out of the sun for portions of the day.
So it's not all just tennis. They have other activities.
Yeah, it's obviously a tennis-centric camp, but yeah, we do all kinds of stuff. Let's see, during April break, I invented a tennis golf game where I put hula hoops around our property and use them as
I saw that on
holes.
the website.
Yeah, so we do all kinds of
I was
stuff.
wondering about those hoops. I'm like, oh my, what do we do with hula hoops?
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with them. Use them for target practice on the court and for places for kids to stand. We'll take them and play some football, throw the frisbee around a little bit, just again to break up the day.
So this sounds like fun.
Oh, it's a good time.
I want to come out.
You can't have more fun in a rectangle.
I want to leave work and come out and have some summer fun. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. This is our first segment on this Tuesday morning. We have in the studio Mr. Noah Capetta. Noah is coach at Cayman Tennis Academy, and we're speaking all about tennis this morning. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, Health City Cayman Islands, and Cayman Medical Supplies. Now, Noah, how much fun do you have at summer camp?
Oh, it's a blast. The kids love it.
As a coach, I'm pretty sure you have more fun than the kids.
Oh, I don't know about that. We're all having a good time out there. Yeah.
All right. But you look forward to this.
Oh, yeah.
Is this your first year doing this?
So, yeah, I've been with Cayman Tennis Academy for about 9 months. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, I've been teaching tennis camps for the better part of 2 decades now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So this will be your first summer camp in the Cayman Islands?
No, I've actually been on the island for 2.5 years. I've worked at all the tennis facilities on the island. So yeah, I've been around the block here.
Where are you located, by the way?
So we're in West Bay, right after the roundabout, right by the Anchorage and Christopher Columbus condos.
Oh, right.
So we share some of their tennis courts as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a shared court, really.
Yep.
Okay, nice. Now, what do you have any sanitary precautions in place?
Of course, yeah. I mean, given
the children have to bring their own rackets.
So if you've got a racket, bring it. But we do have plenty of demo rackets. If your child does not have a racket, we've got all kinds of them. So
how about adults?
Need to worry about that. We have a few adult rackets. The tennis pros themselves, myself and Coach Ricardo Salone, he carries several adult rackets as well. So yeah, if you need to borrow a racket, that won't be a problem. Just let us know.
For summer camp, is lunch provided?
Yeah, we order pizza every day.
Oh, pizza.
Kids love that, of course. Got to bring your own snacks and water bottles.
Okay.
But yeah, we provide pizza every day at noon.
Okay. Now, I mean, just for extra precaution, do you sanitize the rackets and?
Yep. Yeah. So
different areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have nice clean facilities right at Cayman Tennis Academy. Yeah, we've got hand sanitizer. We keep everything squeaky clean. Mm-hmm.
Squeaky clean. No, you know how children are squeaky clean, right? I think we're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we'll continue a little chat with Noah. Noah is the coach over at Cayman Tennis Academy.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
A number of Northside areas were noted on the 1773 George Gall map, including Mr. Porter's Point, Rum Point, Watering Place, Watering Point, Frank Sound, Arnold's Sandy Point, and Calipatch Point. Used in the early days for cultivation, the district of Northside was one of the last areas to be settled, with the 1773 Gall map showing a small settlement at Arnold's Sandy Point.
Rotary Central and you, our valued community, have undertaken remarkable accomplishments since October 1986. Over 34 years of activity and projects, making lives better and moving our beloved Cayman forward. Rotary Central has yet again committed to the advancement of these islands, this time in the area of mental health. We are proud to announce our partnership with Loud Silent Voices and donation of $50,000 to provide a community home for those recovering from various mental illnesses. Rotary Central and Loud Silent Voices, a signature project, taking care of the vulnerable, helping families manage, more than a shoulder, more than a helping hand, literally calming the storm. Rotary Central, care in every effort, sweat in every project, every dollar planted back in the community with your help. Rotary opens opportunities.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Health City is now open at Cayman Bay, offering a wide range of specialties at our state-of-the-art Cayman Bay Clinic. We are here to help you save time and feel better. We are open weekdays, weekends, and evenings for your convenience and are dedicated to reducing your wait time while improving your health. Friendly staff, expert care, lab services, and diagnostics in one convenient location from the hospital you know and trust. Health City at Cayman Bay, within your reach.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, those of viewers on YouTube, I want to say good morning again to our guests in the studio. Good morning, Noah. Noah Capetta. He is the coach at Cayman Tennis Academy. And just to let you know, Cayman Tennis Academy offers tennis instruction to our local residents and visitors alike. And they cater to players of all abilities. So whether you are a complete beginner or a seasoned pro, like myself, the lesson will be adapted to suit your level of expertise. Now, Cayman Tennis Academy specializes in helping you to quickly learn new strokes, techniques, and match tactics. Work on the areas that you most want to improve, get expert insight on technique and style, target training on speed, control, power, and footwork. Also get healthy and fit in an enjoyable environment. You get the best advice on tennis fitness and injury prevention. And last but not least, improve your tennis motivation and performance. Am I correct, Noah?
That about sums it up.
Okay. Just want to make sure we've got it right. Mm-hmm. Now, your staff, what is your staff complement like, and to ensure that that area is secured and children are kept safe while at camp? Tell us about that.
Sure. So right now it's myself and Coach Ricardo Salone.
Okay.
We are in the process of hiring 2 new tennis instructors, and they should be on board either partway through the summer or by the fall. Basically, our facility is all walled in and fenced in. Of course, the courts themselves have fences around them, and we keep them shut, and anything that has access to the road we keep locked. Okay. So we're very, very cautious about the safety of our campers.
Okay. The little campers especially.
The little ones, yep.
The little 3-year-olds. Now, how affordable are the camps, and how can parents register their children for summer camp?
Yep, so the camps are, if you pay for the whole week, it's $350. If you're paying for an individual day, it's $80 a day. There is a sibling discount of 10%, and I would direct everybody to our website to register, which is simply CaymanTennisAcademy.com.
CaymanTennisAcademy.com. And your prices are on the website, right?
Everything's on the website. It's a very user-friendly website, easy to navigate.
And now, give us some contact details while we're there, Noah. Your telephone number?
Actually, don't have the telephone number on hand.
547?
Thank you.
547-6257. Our producer is very handy with this stuff. And our website, CaymanTennisAcademy.com. Or email is contact@CaymanTennisAcademy.com. That's easy to remember, right? No, you offer discounts for siblings and existing students. How about existing students?
I'm not sure on the particulars of that, actually.
Okay, all right. But you do offer for discounts for siblings, you just
That's
mentioned.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, if parents do not have the means to have their children attend an after-school program where tennis is taught, like your academy, are there any sponsorship opportunities with local businesses and any sort of collaboration with schools to ensure that those students have a chance to learn the game of tennis?
So currently, I don't know what the status is, but the TFCI, the Tennis Federation of the Cayman Islands, has applied for a government grant for just such these needs. They also have some funding themselves, and they have sponsored me to go to the East End Primary School last year. I participated in their sports day, and I taught tennis to over 100 kids, and it was an awesome experience. And we want to continue that through our relationship with the Federation. They have reached out to all the clubs on the island in hopes that we can continue doing school programs and create some sponsorship opportunities for kids in need.
So would you pass the word through the schools, or how can those students?
I would contact the Tennis Federation of the Cayman Islands directly.
Okay, and then they get the word out. Okay, that's good to know, Noah. Thanks for that effort, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of students out there who would love to play tennis but can't afford it.
Absolutely. It's definitely a passion of mine over the years to bring tennis to those who are in financial need.
How about adults?
I don't know in terms of sponsorship opportunities for adults. I know we aim to work with children and through the schools.
We have to pay.
For now.
For now, okay. Now, for those that are looking for gift ideas, does Cayman Tennis Academy offer any gift vouchers for tennis lessons?
Yes, we do. All available through the website, CaymanTennisAcademy.com.
Okay. Now, tell us about any additional services that you offer at Cayman Tennis Academy, and are there any plans for future expansions?
Sure. So we have a mobile option. We have our on-site facility where people can come to West Bay and play tennis, but we also are traveling tennis pros, so we go to private courts and complexes to teach there. You can arrange that again through the website, and we also string tennis rackets. I do a lot of racket stringing. We're starting to expand a little bit into the sport of pickleball as well. I'm a pickleball instructor. Most people will not have heard of pickleball.
I'm right making notes.
Yes. It's a really fun game. I've been involved with it for a number of years. If you thought of table tennis or ping pong and tennis, and you kind of condense that down into the size of a badminton court, you would get pickleball. It's played with a perforated plastic ball and a paddle. It has its own unique rules, but it's a lot of fun and a very social game.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like something I can do. I don't have to
Anybody can do it. It's a really easy learning curve. You can learn to play in a couple hours.
Now, stringing those rackets, how difficult is that?
Well, at first it takes a long time to learn how to do it, but I've been doing it for a long time. I can turn a racket out in 20 to 30 minutes.
Wow. Oh, takes a certain art, or where do you learn to do that?
Yeah, I learned at the tennis clubs that I grew up teaching at. There's a machine that just kind of braces the machine, and you do the rest of it by hand, threading the string through and putting it through a tensioner.
Right, make it nice and tight.
Yep.
Now, Noah, if anyone needs more information about tennis lessons or summer camps, how can they make contact? And do you have that number handy now? Okay, let's go back to it. 547
547-6257.
Okay, and your website again?
CaymanTennisAcademy.com.
And your email?
Email is contact@CaymanTennisAcademy.com.
There you go. Now, before we let you go this morning, Noah, just want to just recap that those dates for summer camp, July, August. I have them here. Let me run them down for you in case we have parents listening. July 5th through the 9th, July 12th through the 16th, July for week 3, July 19th to the 23rd, and then the last week in July 26th through the 30th. And then in August, you start August 2nd through the 6th, August 9th through the 19th, and August 16th through the 20th, and then the last week in August 23rd through the 27th. Oh, that's a full summer. Wow. That's a lot of sunscreen wearing here, Noah.
Absolutely. Bring your sunscreen.
How do you protect yourself on court?
Yeah, I wear a wide-brimmed hat and slather on that sunscreen, and you got to stay hydrated too. And I would remind all campers, bring a hat, bring your sunscreen, bring a water bottle. We've got bottled water that we will provide, but bring your own bottle.
Okay, so they can pour it inside.
Yep.
Now, any last words that you want to leave with parents or that individual who's been thinking about tennis for the longest while but just don't know where to start, just need a little bit of motivation?
Yeah, I mean, I run into people all the time who, when they find out I'm a tennis instructor, say, I really want to start playing tennis, or, I haven't played tennis in 20 years, but I want to get back out on the court. And really, they just need that little encouragement. Just go for it. What's stopping you? Life's too short.
Way too short. No, you do one-on-one, right? I mean.
Oh, we do it all. We do private lessons. We do semi-private lessons, group lessons. Group classes. I think you mentioned the cardio tennis. We do it all.
So if we have a group at Radio Cayman that we wanna play, how is there a limit to each group?
Typically, we wouldn't take more than 8 people on a court.
8 people, okay. That's good enough. That's enough action for for one guy, right? No, anything else you'd like to leave with our listeners, no? That you can think of?
Well, I definitely want to give a shout out to my boss, Noah Watkins, and his family, Christine, Johnny, and Ava, and the tennis community and the greater community in Cayman, who know the Watkins family and the struggles that Noel's going through right now with his cancer treatment in Boston. He's still fighting the battle, so if we could please all send our thoughts, prayers, and well wishes to the Watkins family, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll keep them in prayers. And we just want to say thank you, Noah, for popping by this morning. It's going to be a hot summer.
Every summer's a hot summer.
Every summer's hot. It's a hot year long in the Cayman Islands. We all know that. But we do want to thank you so much for stopping by the studio this morning. And whenever you want to give us some lessons, just call us up.
Sounds good. Let's set that up.
Set that up. Oh my goodness. The number again for Cayman Tennis Academy, 547-6257. Please write it down and give Noah a call. And what's the name of the other guy? Richard?
Ricardo
Salon.
The incomparable Ricardo Salon. Yeah.
Ricardo Salon. Okay. What else do you have coming up? Let's see, after summer.
Yeah, so we have after-school programs for the kids.
Okay.
They typically start our red ball, which is for about the 3 to 6 year old age range. They start at 2:40 in the afternoon, so you have a little bit of time to get out of school and get to the courts. Actually, I take that back. It starts at 3:10, so you have even more time than that.
3:10. 3:10 until.
Those are half-hour classes,
Okay.
And then we have our orange ball classes for the next age group, and those are hour-long, and green ball classes. For the next oldest age group, those are also 1-hour classes.
So do you make them pick up the balls?
Of course.
No, that's torture.
Teach them a little discipline.
That's torture. That's fine. They need to get some exercise. No, I want to say thank you so much, and good luck with summer camp. Good luck with after school, and just about everything else you do at Cayman Tennis Academy.
Thank you, Anita.
Thank you so much. I want to thank our sponsors this morning of the Business Buzz, Cayman Insurance Center, Health City, Cayman Islands, and Cayman Medical Supplies. Coming soon to Cayman Brac, we've got Brac Medical Supplies Limited, serving the sister islands with quality medical supplies, including wheelchairs, bed pads, crutches, and a whole lot more. So for Brac Medical Supplies Limited, keep tuned to Radio Cayman for updates. We're going to take you to the time check. When we come back after the news break, we've got news, weather, traffic. And when we come back, we'll have one of our sponsors in the studio, Health City, Cayman Islands. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Anita. And studio time now by Foster's is 7:59.
When you're on the go, let the Island Supermarket shop for you.
To start, head to fosters.ky/go.
Then shop all of your favorite products online, from produce and seafood to grocery and frozen, all picked by our team of shoppers ready to go.
Choose next day curbside pickup from Foster's Cayman Bay or delivery island-wide.
To get your order started, visit fosters.ky/go.
This is Groceries on the Go.
And we are Foster's Go. Shop online anytime.
We give you honor and praise, adoration and glory.
Radio Cayman.
Praise time.
Praise him, praise him. Come and let's praise the Lord. Come and let's praise the Lord. Praise him in
Phrase time in the morning.
Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
Radio Cayman, waking you up.
Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite. Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite.
Praise time.
I know he cares. He'll always be there. Oh, yeah. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. News is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. Are you aware of the performance of your pension plan? The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan provides quarterly fund fact sheets for our members to stay informed with the plan's performance. For the year ended 30th of April, 2021, the various life cycle funds have provided returns between 10.5% and 43.2%. And our all-in expense ratio for year ended 30th of June, 2020 is currently the lowest it's ever been. 0.72%. Visit chamberpension.ky to review our fund fact sheets. You can see the performance as far back as 10 years. Remember that pensions are a longer-term investment strategy. Focus on the long term rather than the short-term returns. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan continues to perform for you.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The Central Planning Authority Board meets tomorrow at Government Administration Building. At 11 o'clock, the CPA will hear an application under HPW Investments for a 10-story hotel with pools, a propane generator, and underground storage tanks on Goring Avenue. Many government entities, including the Water Authority, the Department of Environment, and the Department of Tourism, have noted requests for more information before making a full recommendation to the board. This will be followed by an application from Lookout Holdings for a subdivision with 437 house lots and 3 road parcels on Harvey Stevenson Drive in Bawdentown. The National Conservation Council has pointed out potential flooding issues with regards to the area and recommends to the board that the application be held in abeyance until the outcome of an environmental impact assessment for the East-West Arterial Road extension is completed. The National Trust has raised similar concerns. The last applicant to appear tomorrow comes from PAM Development, which is seeking approval for 7 apartments in the Red Bay Estate subdivision. Objectors cite concerns with regards to traffic congestion, parking, and noise. School inspectors see improvement in the quality of education at Clifton Hunter High School. Details from Radio Cayman's April Cummings.
During its last inspection in 2018, Clifton Hunter High School was judged as weak overall. But during last month's visit by a team at the Office of Education Standards, the school has seen that rating improve to satisfactory. Improvement was seen in the progress made by students in English, math, and science. Almost all students demonstrated positive attitudes to learning. And the leadership provided by the principal has established a school ethos where teachers, quote, now embrace change to bring about improvement. Recommendations going forward include raising standards of achievement in all year groups, improving assessment to ensure the needs of all children are being met, and working with the Ministry of Education to review the accommodations in the school in an effort to provide better classroom spaces to deliver quality teaching and learning. April Cummings, Radio Cayman News.
And you can find the full assessment online at oes.gov.ky. And Cayman Management has named a new managing director as David Roberts, who previously served in that role, retires after 39 years with the company. J.S. Dieger has been named as the new managing director for Cayman Management. He assumes overall responsibility for Cayman Management and its affiliated companies, having previously worked as an accounting and corporate governance professional in both the general practice and industry in South Africa. Roberts joined Cayman Management in 1982. He helped establish and manage a variety of corporate structures, having maintained executive and non-executive directorships, including hedge funds, insurance and reinsurance companies, investment companies, and international holding company structures. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's Newsroom.
BBC News with Neil Nunes.
Spain's cabinet has approved pardons for 9 jailed Catalan separatist leaders convicted of sedition for their role in a failed bid for independence in 2017. They were serving sentences of 9 to 13 years. The military junta in Myanmar says it has killed 4 opposition fighters and arrested 8 more in a clash in the country's second city, Mandalay. It said troops were met with grenades when they raided a school used by a group opposing military rule. 41 countries have urged China to grant the UN human rights chief immediate access to Xinjiang. Most of the region's population are Muslim Uyghurs, and China has long been accused of severely repressing them. Beijing has reacted angrily. Gabon has become the first African country to be paid for its efforts to combat deforestation and reduce emissions. The UN-backed initiative will require Gabon to preserve the rainforests that cover about 90% of its territory. A coalition of opposition parties in the Central African Republic has called on Russian private security forces to leave the country. They accuse the Russians of abusing civilians. A UN group on mercenaries has echoed the criticisms. UEFA has turned down a request by the mayor of Munich to use rainbow colors to light up the stadium that'll host Wednesday's match between Germany and Hungary. It said the idea was too political. New Hungarian legislation is criticized by many campaigners as anti-gay. Egypt is clamping down on social media influencers, arresting a so-called TikTok girl 2 days after she was given a 10-year jail sentence in absentia. Hanim Hossam was convicted of human trafficking, as was another woman, Mawada Al-Adam, who got 6 years. They say their videos aimed at girls were simply following online trends. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is proudly sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. For further information, please visit chamberpension.ky.
The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you. We are a non-for-profit member-centric plan with a democratically elected volunteer board of trustees representing all sectors of the Cayman Islands economy. Chamber Pension has an all-in expense ratio of 0.72% over 16,000 members, $430 million in assets under management. We were the first multi-employer pension plan approved by the regulator in the late 1990s. And today, we are still strong, secure, and are here for employees and employers alike. If you would like to join or request further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan. We're here for you.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman for the latest in news and information.
Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Planning for the hurricane season can be stressful, especially because COVID-19 remains a concern. To help you safely prepare, here's some tips from the Public Health Department. Have a fully stocked first aid kit. Make sure you have face coverings, hand sanitizers, and disinfectants should you need to evacuate to a shelter. Ensure a sufficient supply of medications for people with illnesses. Ensure immunizations are up to date, and when eligible, take your COVID-19 vaccine. Ensure a sufficient supply of food and clean water for every member of your family. For more guidance to update your emergency hurricane plans due to coronavirus, visit www.caymanprepared.gov.ky. This message is brought to you by the Public Health Department in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The 8:10 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we're more than just an insurance company, we're family. To learn more about our first-in-class group health and employee benefit solutions, please visit Pan American Life Insurance Company of the Cayman Islands at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304. You can also visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 85 degrees. Relative humidity is 77%. The barometric pressure is 30.00 inches and rising. The wind is east-southeast at 6 knots. Overnight low temperature was 80 degrees. Synopsis indicate light to moderate winds and slight seas are expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours. Due to a slack pressure gradient across the northwest Caribbean. Further east, an upper level system over eastern Cuba may support isolated showers across the Cayman area this afternoon. Radar images show isolated showers around the Cayman area moving towards the northwest. Now the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and possible thunder, and showers will be locally heavy at times. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s with a heat index of 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to be a hot day. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Pretty much the same for tonight. Partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers and possible thunder, and temperatures falling to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at 1:48. High tide tonight at 8:41. The sun will set this evening at 5 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:50. And the outlook is calling for an increase in cloudiness and showers from tomorrow afternoon as a tropical wave is expected to move over the Cayman area. That's the very latest on your weather report.
10 a.m. Weather Report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by Pan American International Insurance Corporation. Pan American International Insurance Corporation, meeting the life, accident, and health insurance needs of individuals and businesses to ensure financial security and peace of mind. For more information, call 949-8304 or visit www.palig.com. That's PALIG.com.
For over 100 years, more than 5.8 million people across the Americas and the Caribbean have placed their trust in Pan American Life Insurance Group. We have delivered on our promise and have proven that we are more than an insurance company. We are family. To learn more about our first-in-class individual and group life, disability and accident solutions, please visit Pan American International Insurance Corporation at Unit 221, Cannon Place East, North Sound Road, Grand Cayman, or contact us at 949-8304 and visit us online at www.palig.com. Pan American Life, people you can trust for life.
During these unprecedented times, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Cayman Strong Series. The Cayman Strong Series is brought to you by Encourse Cayman. Visit encourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. Encourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
Achieving your goals is a very rewarding feeling, but at times can feel very frustrating, especially if and when we miss our target. As you approach your goals in life, set yourself up for success.
When setting your goals, have a deadline. Procrastination is common in human nature. Setting a time to review the work helps to increase motivation because you know that you have to have it done by a certain time. This also ensures that you slow down to review progress. Consider rewards if things are going well. If things are not going as well as you would like, a deadline gives you a chance to pause and reflect on the current goal to see if there may be something getting in the way of being able to get it done.
change your thinking, and change your life.
Radio Cayman's Cayman Strong series was brought to you by OnCourse Cayman. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
These days, feelings of loneliness, anxiety, stress, and depression can be overwhelming. Just know you are not alone. OnCourse Cayman offers private mental health services for children, teens, adults, and groups. Visit oncourse.ky to view a full list of wellness services and their qualified team. OnCourse Cayman, health, wellness, and happiness.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Top of the morning to you, and let's take a look at what's happening traffic-wise. Busy traffic on the Linford-Pearson Highway. Patience needed this morning, as you're going to expect some delays as you're heading down to Georgetown. Also coming off the Linford-Pearson Highway, traffic is busy on Agnes Way, and traffic busy coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and continuing on to Huldah Avenue. Traffic is steady. Light traffic on Owen Roberts Drive. Downtown Georgetown, not looking too bad. Traffic flowing nicely. On Edward Street, Shedden Road, traffic flowing at a good pace, and moderate flow of traffic on Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue. And traffic coming from the Butterfield roundabout heading towards the Industrial Park area is steady but flowing, as well as coming off of the Esterly Tibbetts Highway, steady but flowing traffic heading towards the Butterfield roundabout. If you see any accidents or incidents on Cayman's roads, give us a call here at Radio Cayman, 949-6990. That's the very latest on your traffic, and join us again at about 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. We'll give you another traffic report. And traffic, just looking on Crew Road, traffic is steady. And some sections, moderate. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again, once again, at about 10 minutes after 12. And remember, click it or ticket.
Things just got a bit hotter on the island. Come in today and order the new spicy Korean subs at Subway. They're sweet, spicy, and especially satisfying. Stop in and try the pulled pork with spicy Korean sauce, or the chicken with spicy Korean sauce. And you can message WhatsApp at 929-4658. Order online or use Let's Eat or the Bento app. The spicy Korean subs at Subway in 2 flavors. Extra saucy and extra spicy. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Planning a meeting, event, or office celebration? Visit subway.ky to place your catering order today.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
It's 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning. Welcome back to the Business Buzz. This is our second and final segment for this Tuesday morning. We'd like to welcome in the studio just one guest this morning. Our guest is Mr. Shomari Scott. Mr. Scott is the Chief Business Officer, Health City Cayman Islands, and he's here to tell us more about Health City Cayman Islands. Mr. Scott, can I call you Shomari?
Most definitely, most definitely. And I noticed you seem disappointed. There's only one person in the studio today.
No, I'm not disappointed.
But
Shomari,
that's okay.
you make up for a
That's
room full.
That's okay. You say that now. You say that now.
You make up for a room full of folks. Thank you for being a guest on the Business Buzz.
No, thank you for
morning.
having me. Thank you for having me.
And congratulations, you've been at Health City Cayman Islands from the inception.
That's correct. So I did a stint where I was working half-time with the Department of Tourism, half-time with Health City since October 2013. So that means I will be going into my 8th year, October this year.
And you love it.
And I love it. I love everything I do. And that's why I wake up in the morning, right? You got to make sure you love your job. I was having a speech the other day, and I'm trying to remember the statistics because I usually have them right in front of me when I'm speaking. But it was saying that if you take out the sleeping hours, right, and from the time you actually start to work, you will spend something ridiculous like 55% of your waking life will be spent at work.
Mm-hmm.
So you better enjoy
what percent do you have for yourself?
Well, that's up to you. But you know what you're going to do. But on average, a person have 55% of their adult life will be spent at work.
Okay, so let's talk about your work.
Exactly. We will do that right now.
So,
I see you enjoy this program as well.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a great producer. She's on the board right now. Miss Susan Watson.
I know. See, she's smiling.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
she's waving, right?
That deserves a raise, right?
It
Susan.
does. A scale up. 2 scales up.
2 scales up. That's
2
right.
scales up,
That's
Susan.
Right.
2 scales
points,
up.
2 points.
That's right.
And all the way to the far right.
That's
of the
right.
scale,
That's right.
Yeah.
She does a great job.
I still know my scales.
Yes, she does. She makes life easier for me in the business buzz.
Awesome.
And I really appreciate that. She does all the. She finds the lead and she do the research and she'll put the script together and she'll be in my ear.
See,
she keeps me in control.
Like God.
no, and I need that.
Right.
I need that. Or I'll be all over the place. I'll never get to my point.
Yes.
So that's great. Thank you, Susan.
Definitely.
Now, Shomari, can you share some information on the caliber of highly qualified team of doctors and specialists at Health City, Cayman Islands, and some of the broad, if you, I mean, I'll be able to cover all of it, but the broad range of specialties being offered.
And I mean, we call it a FDA stamp of approval for those that don't understand or aren't that familiar with healthcare. In regards to the fact that we're Joint Commission International, which is an independent body that comes in and certifies the top hospitals. In the U.S., it's called JCO, and their international arm is called Joint Commission International, JCI.
Okay,
and we are only the second hospital to be fully JCI accredited in the entire Caribbean.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And we got it just 1 year after opening, which was a feat in and of itself. But it's a testament to all of our quality controls, all of our systems, and the fact that they even said to us, "Are you sure you want us to come in a year?" Usually it takes like 2 years, and we're like, no, this facility is purpose-built. The gentleman who was in charge of quality also got hospitals in India and even Dubai JCI accredited. So trust me, we're ready. And they came and they saw and they were blown away with the quality. The great thing is that we have physicians from an institution at NH, which is world-renowned. When you look at different articles, even within the U.S., that are rating some of the top specialist centers in the world, our Narayana Center always comes to the top in regards to a global view of healthcare. Our physicians have many, many years of experience, and the volume, they call it practicing medicine, right? The volume of surgeries and procedures that they have done. We have the best of the best and the A team that's right here in the Cayman Islands. We came in, there were a few gaps from a healthcare perspective. If you had a heart attack previously, you would need to wait to be able to get an air ambulance to fly out to the U.S. Or otherwise in order to either be saved or just to help you sustain life. But by us being here, we're able to treat local patients very quickly. And in doing so, Dr. Ravi will always say, time is muscle, heart muscle. So you're able to save as much heart muscle as possible. A Dr. Romnish, our neurologist, as well as a Dr. Savit, our neurosurgeon, also says time is brain, right? So, the quicker you're able...
Time is money.
Well, you're not going to be able to make money if you don't have your heart and you don't have your brain,
Thank
right?
you.
So,
Thank you, Shomari.
So we definitely fill those gaps, as well as obviously when borders were open, we were able to get medical tourists that were coming in. We all know about the cruise ships that were here. We had their crew members who would be in the U.S., they're self-insured, who would actually fly in for us to do surgeries and go back. We had self-insured companies from the U.S. coming in. We also had individuals from Canada that would fly in just based on the fact that they have socialized medicine, which means the government, yes, is paying for it. Right. So to you, it's free, but obviously you pay taxes. So, free with air quotes. But at times, what they see is non-emergent surgeries, such as a knee replacement, may take you anywhere from 14 months to 28 months to be able to address that, or a shoulder surgery. But persons who have relative disposable income can fly in, get it done right away, pay out of pocket, and go back and be back to work within a month and a half, 2 months.
Amazing.
And we have patients from all over the Caribbean, from Turks and Caicos, Jamaica, Trinidad, and the list goes on. But just to state that it's based on our quality first, why people even from the U.S. and Canada and elsewhere that could choose the U.S. choose us and fly in. And we're also just very proud to be a part of the Cayman Society now, to be able to also give the high level of care to our own people right here in the Cayman Islands.
And now we've got three locations. You've got your main location on Seaview Road in East End. I love East End. Good morning to the East End folks. And then you have a Camana Bay location and also a BRAC location. You've been busy.
We have been busy. So 7 for 7, right? Our 7 years that we're here. So we had to find 7 unique things to actually give back to the Cayman populace. But seriously, during the time of COVID, we really sat and looked at what our customers were actually telling us and our patients. And if you have to come up to East End and you have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 follow-ups afterwards, there may be 2 of those follow-ups that you physically don't need any of the diagnostics in that area. 70% of the population still lives in the Georgetown, West Bay area. Mm-hmm. And during work hours, over 90% of the population will be in that area. So it becomes, at times, a little bit difficult to get back and forth. So we made the investment and the decision that we would meet the patients where they are, the ones that need follow-up, the ones that need some initial consultations for the specialists that we have. And we decided to open the Camana Bay location. It's right there where some people know where Picture This is. Mm-hmm. Where Picture This used to be, mm-hmm. right? Directly across from another media house that I won't say, just okay. Because we're on Radio Cayman.
Oh no, we're good like that.
Okay, so I can good. Say the name.
Oh yeah.
All right, so right across from Hurley's Media, okay. Where Hurley's Media used to be. Picture This. Some people don't know where Picture This is. We're right there. And another thing that we were listening to is the fact that obviously people are busy during the day. So we wanted to give convenient hours. So from Monday to Friday, we're open from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. for your regular appointments. So you can actually schedule appointments for when you get off work. Mm-hmm. That you actually can come see us, as well as on Saturday from 11 to 7.
Same time. Okay.
And then on Sunday from...
You're open on Sundays.
Yeah,
okay.
From 12 to 4.
Okay.
So once again, just wanting to make sure that we're within your reach, that persons can be able to not only conveniently see us for some of those follow-ups, but also be able to see us after hours as well as on Saturdays. I know a lot of complaints how everything closes early. Everything closes early during the weekdays, and then they have limited hours on the weekends. So I wanted to make sure that we were available both on Saturday and Sunday, typically. And then obviously if anybody has any urgent issues, we're open 24/7, right? But
I still like that drive to East End, Shomari.
Yeah, well, we are in East End for everybody to take that wonderful drive.
Oh,
but
yes.
for those that, maybe 1 or 2
the convenience
of their follow-ups, they can't get all the way up to East End. We're right there in Camana Bay for you.
I used to have a lot of people who are not able to drive or can't drive or are sick and can't drive. So they need that convenience.
No, definitely.
Now you've got the Joint Commission International, the JCI award.
Yes.
The gold seal of approval from them. How has since you received this accreditation, how has this positioned Health City Cayman Islands to grow and to build on your already strong reputation of providing world-class care?
Definitely. I mean, so when you have patients, especially from overseas, there's a checklist of things that either a referring physician will go through, a government will go through, or an individual patient. And especially early days, when people may not necessarily be aware of your quality, having the JCI seal of approval is that third-party verification that people need to say, oh, okay, that means this is a good quality institution, I can travel there. But after being around for 7 years, the true test is in regards to all of the patients, all of the physicians that have come and seen our patients, as well as seen our hospital and spoken to our doctors. when we actually do procedures and we send the medical records to overseas facilities to continue the care, the comments they make in regards to our quality, even there was a gentleman, there was a gentleman from Boston with his wife who came here, had an accident. It was serious. His wife would have lost her life. We saved her life. Went back to Boston, and his wife had a sister in the medical community in one of the top hospitals in Boston. They looked at the medical records and they were like, oh my goodness. At first we were like, where? You did what? Where? In the Caribbean? And then they looked at it and they said, you know what? This is some of the best work I have ever seen anywhere on earth. And they're like, if we need a procedure, we might fly down to Cayman to get it. So the true test is in the patients that come through, the quality of outcomes, and the fact that patients will tell each other, governments know about us based on their patients. Doctors that we've had come through see and understand the quality, and JCI is there as that shining star, but it's the actual proof is in the pudding, and that's what truly separates us from other medical institutions.
So Health City Cayman Islands, you're equipped for trauma cases then?
Yes.
And medical emergencies?
Yes, we are. In East End, obviously a lot of what we do in regards to heart attacks, as well as strokes, as well as there's some serious, we work well with the HSA, and there's some serious, whether it's car accidents and otherwise, and expertise of our team is such that HSA makes a lot of referrals to us, and we work for hand in glove together in order to treat the Caymanian population. And outside of that, when borders were open, we used to have a lot of air ambulances that were flying out, that were taking people overseas. Definitely. We still have a lot of air ambulances, but in reverse. So we have air ambulances coming in from other Caribbean, other Caribbean countries to fly them in at the airport to then have persons taken straight up to Health City, and that's from the Caribbean and Central America and otherwise as well. So we're a buoyant center that's doing a lot of great things. We offer everything across the board from, cardiology, cardiothoracic surgery. So the only cardiac surgeon on island. We offer pulmonology to do with the lungs. We offer orthopedics. So everything buoyant around bones, joints, and as such. Neurosurgery, on your brain. Neurology, which is Dr. Romnish is one of the only interventional neurologists in the Caribbean, whereby if you get to us within the window, he can minimally invasive go in with a catheter and extract the clots that reverse the effects of a stroke and stop it right there, and you will come out as good with no deficiencies, just as if you'd never had a stroke. But you have to come within that window. Time, right? Time is brain. Time is important. So we have all of those types of different procedures. We've done, from a Health City perspective and talking about quality, there were a lot of firsts that we've done in the Caribbean. Pentalogy of Cantrell, the actual, we call it heart outside the chest, the non-medical term, where baby has a heart outside of the chest cavity. We've been able to actually put the heart back inside the chest cavity. Plastic surgeon covers it up, and baby never has to have surgery again, and is as good as he didn't have, as if he wasn't with that ailment. So we've done many firsts here at Health City as well, which we're very proud of, and it's notable, and everybody across this side of the world takes note of.
Shomari, every time I sit at this table, I learn something new every time. Yes. And I just love hearing about Health City and all the great stuff. Now, before we take that break, I know you have children come from across from Haiti.
Yes.
And you don't see much about that in the press and stuff like that.
Right.
Can you just touch on it for us?
So Dr. Shetty's vision is that a life shouldn't be determined by a price, right? And in everything we do, we want to give back, especially to pediatric cardiac patients. So we have patients from across the globe that actually working with different charitable organizations. They fly the babies in. We actually do a life-saving surgery that otherwise they wouldn't be able to gain access to that surgery, and they would die, right? Dr. Shetty says a solution is not a solution unless it's affordable. So a lot of times what's interesting, you will think that medical services are available. But if you can't afford it, then
it's not available.
It's not available to you, right? So, in those instances, we want to make sure we've done over 550 children across the globe: Haiti, Bolivia, Philippines. Let's see where else. Fiji, Angola, Uganda, Belize, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, all over the globe. We've actually helped
and they come through these charitable
Correct.
organizations.
So we work with various charitable organizations. For instance, Samaritan's Purse, right? Whereby, and each charitable organization works a little bit differently. But Samaritan's Purse actually has host families here on island through one of the local churches. That after the baby is discharged or young child is discharged, they actually go and stay with one of the host families.
I was wondering about that too.
And and it's through a religious context and arm, and that's also very special. Based on their program, that's how they do it, and that works remarkably well. But we also work with organization, the Haitian Cardiac Alliance out of Haiti, that also sends us babies from Haiti for us to be able to help save their lives as well.
Amazing. I just want to say thank you guys for doing that. And Shomari, you do a great job over there.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Yeah, I mean...
I try.
I swear I'm talking to a doctor when I'm talking to you.
No. So I have a great team, right? So just like with Department of Tourism, we had a great team. With Health City, we have a great team, and I'm just privileged to have a great team that then they push me to the front and say, all right, go talk. So
that's what you pay big bucks for. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Mr. Shomari Scott. Shomari is a Chief Business Officer over at Health City Cayman Islands, and he's here to talk about, as you've heard him, talking about Health City Cayman Islands. Thanks to our sponsors this morning.
Health City is now open at Camana Bay, offering a wide range of specialties at our state-of-the-art Camana Bay Clinic. We are here to help you save time and feel better. We are open weekdays, weekends, and evenings for your convenience and are dedicated to reducing your wait time while improving your health. Friendly staff, expert care, lab services, and diagnostics in one convenient location from the hospital you know and trust. Health City at Camana Bay, within your reach.
We are in the hurricane season, and knowing what to do after a hurricane can be as important as preparing for the storm. After the passage of a hurricane, seek medical attention if it is needed at hospitals and clinics for those persons who are injured. Do not touch power lines and cables that are down. They may be active. Report them to 911 or the utilities emergency hotlines. Broken tree limbs should be removed from around homes or buildings if possible. This hurricane information has been brought to you by Breeze FM and Radio Cayman.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Thank you for staying with us. In the studio this morning, we have Mr. Shomari Scott. Shomari is the Chief Business Officer at Health City Cayman Islands. Shomari, thank you again. And
yes.
Health City is also a sponsor of Business Buzz. Want to make mention of that?
Definitely.
And we want to thank all the sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center and Cayman Medical Supplies. Now, 3 locations for Health City Cayman Islands. Main location, 1283 Seaview Road in Grand Cayman, up East End. We've got Camana Bay location now, 9 Forum Lane, and Brack you're also in Cayman Brack, 20 Kirkconnell Street in State Bay.
Yes, so that's directly from across from the district admin building where Cineco is.
Okay.
So those that don't know the actual address, that's where we are. So once again, how can we be within your reach for the local Grand Cayman population, but not provide that access for our sister islands? So we made the investment that we're in an office that obviously the population is smaller. So we go once a week on Saturdays that we rotate through 6 different specialties, different physician, to be able to see past patients. So once again,
This is just on Saturdays. You're doing
just on Saturdays. But population is so small that and then more than one day a week, unless something drastic happens, that's enough. But instead of same thing, Cayman Brack's population proportionally has an older demographic, just because a lot of the youth come over to Grand Cayman, obviously, right?
Correct.
So what we were finding is that our patients had to wake up early, catch the flight, fight traffic, get to us, rush to come see the physician, get through the physician, then get in a car, rush back to try and beat traffic to get on that evening flight to get back home. And we wanted to provide the convenience to them that if some of the follow-ups, you will need diagnostics. So yes, you'll need to come for those. But if there are 5 follow-ups that will happen in that patient journey for that specific ailment, 2 or 3 of them may just need the doctor's hand or just looking at you without higher levels of diagnostics. So we're holding those sessions in the BRAC so that patients can be able to see their doctor without having to fly all the way over to Grand Cayman to do it. So that's another benefit that we wanted to be within the reach of the population of the sister islands.
And that's on Saturday. What time on Saturdays?
Oh, now see, you're asking me a question that I should have brought with me.
And that's an easy one, right?
That's an easy one. I think it's, if I recall
Uh-huh.
correctly, it's because it's just the day. So they fly up in the morning, fly back. I think it's about 9 to 2 or 3, something like that.
Give them enough time to get back on the flight.
Yeah.
Now, tell us of the importance of government and private sector collaborations and how Health City Cayman Islands is addressing the barriers of additional access to specialist healthcare in Cayman Brack.
In Cayman Brack itself?
Brack.
Yeah, I mean, the Dr. Velasamy at the Faith Hospital does a great job, as well as, Miss Lizette Yearwood here in HSA, in the Cayman Islands. So we have a great relationship. We help to fill gaps. There's a great referral network, and we just look to fill whatever gaps still exist within the Cayman Islands. That also would be obviously beneficial from an overseas perspective as well when we reopen borders. So we have a great relationship with the actual governmental entities from a healthcare perspective, and we just look to build on that relationship in the future.
Okay. Now, you're a world-class tertiary institution.
Yes.
Right? Now you're at Cayman Bay. I love Cayman Bay. I mean, the buildings, the whole atmosphere, the ambience from the time you hit the tunnel. Yeah. You've got ambience. Now, what does the Cayman Bay Clinic? What do they offer there pertaining to specialties and services?
So from a specialty schedule perspective, we have urology, cardiology, neurology, so cardiac as in heart and neurology as in things that are brain related, pulmonology for the lungs, gynecology, we have gastro, stomach issues and the such. Internal medicine, just for those persons that sometimes have ailments that they may not actually realize what it is, that we have a physician there that can be able to understand and help, and the medical oncology, so that's like chemo care as well as cancer care, the medical side. So in speaking about those specialities and medical oncology as well, what's also exciting is that we have a 70,000 square foot facility that's going to be coming at the entrance. 70,000.
Nice.
The entrance of Cayman Bay. So that's the big project that you would have heard of, whereby when you look at disease profiles, the number one disease profile, or one of the top 2, in regards to cost, will be radiation when it comes to oncology, cancer, right? So we're actually putting a linear accelerator, which will be the first in the Cayman Islands and one of the few in the Caribbean in order to deal with that disease profile. When you look at high GDP countries in Europe, they'll have one linear accelerator per 180, 200, 250,000 people. So you look at it and you're saying, well, we only have 65 or 71. 71 or 73, I can't remember.
Let's say 72. Let's be safe. Okay?
Yes, 72,000.
We have census.
72,000 people. But you can't have half a linear. You can't have a quarter a linear. So Health City has gone ahead to make that investment in the people of the Cayman Islands to make sure to fill that last major gap that was here from a healthcare perspective. Right here in the Cayman Islands, and then we'll be able to obviously supplement by helping other Caribbean islands and Central America as well in regards to sending their patients for that radiotherapy as well. We'll also have a neonatology unit there that we call them $1 million babies, right? Whereby they're babies throughout the Caribbean and the Cayman Islands that if they get to a certain level, you have to fly them or the mother into the U.S. to deliver and to have that type of intensive care. And the starting price is usually $1 million. That's why they call them $1 million babies. So we're going to be able to do that for a fraction of the cost. And then obviously there are other countries that would not be able to afford to send their babies at $1 million a pop. So yeah, well, yeah. No pun intended. $1 million a pop, no pun intended. That they'll be able to then once again, through access, offer life-saving surgery to our babies in the Caribbean as well as in Central America, and obviously, it's going to be for those babies here as well from a Cayman Islands perspective. So you'll never have to go for virtually anything to the U.S. Once we finish this center, we'll also have bone marrow transplant with only in the Caribbean. They'll be offering BMT right in that center as well. We also are getting the Da Vinci robot, which is a world-class type of machinery that helps you with urology and general surgery, that your cuts are so precise that you can't get any better than that. And we would be the only in the Cayman Islands as well as one of two in the Caribbean to have that actual machine. And the reason we're able to get that machine is just based on our purchasing power, that we were able to say we're purchasing this amount for all of our over 40 hospitals and embedded units in India. We need to be able to station one in the Cayman Islands. So we were able to get one right here. Right here, yes.
I'm impressed.
I'm glad. You're hard to impress. So
I know, very hard, Shomari. Now, at Cayman Bay, the Cayman Bay locations, can I walk in or do I have to make an appointment?
You can walk in. Obviously, appointments are always best, but if you need to walk in, you can definitely walk in as well. Okay. And also to state, every morning from 9 to 11, we're offering PCR testing, so you can make your appointment. Now, if you need it sooner, just give us a call and we'll figure that out. But 9 to 11, we do PCR testing, and you'll get back the results in a day. But if you need it sooner, we can do rush results.
What's the cost for that?
There's no cost.
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Okay.
So you just call, and we'll be able to set your appointment, and you come in absolutely free, and you'll be able to get your PCR test.
Because I know somebody's going to call me today.
640-4040 or info@healthcity.ky. You just call or email for anything. So we didn't segment Cayman Bay, Cayman Brac, or PCR testing. So you just call through, and we'll be able to set you up in whichever location, or email through, and we'll be able to set you up at whatever location. We're here for you, within your reach, making everything as easy as possible.
Boy, he's such a smooth talker. Will I be able to...
That's how I got my wife. Now she's like, see, you talk, you sweet mouth.
Sweet mouth. I've heard that one in a while, too. No, Shomari,
yes,
am I required to wear a face mask coming into that?
Yes. So it's still
locations?
Yeah. So it's still the regulations from a public health perspective that any medical facility you need to wear a face mask. And in all honesty, we really need to, as much as I hate to say this, we really need to start getting used to the potential of wearing face masks again. Just because whatever the plan is and whatever the date is when borders reopen, we won't be able to be as free as we usually would be now in this time of a COVID-free bubble that we have. Some of those requirements will come back in certain areas, I'm sure. So, healthcare will never go away, at least not for right now, in regards to the requirement of wearing masks. But even if you forget your mask, no worry, we have masks that we can give you as well.
I don't mind wearing the mask. I just don't like cleaning the groceries. That's the part I can't stand. I'll wear the mask any day because that way we don't have to wear we don't have to wear makeup.
Those were the days. Those were the days when
just expose your eyes.
When we ran out of disinfectant and had to have all your homemade remedies of disinfectant, cleaning things. Yeah,
I think we learned the hard way.
Yeah, we did. But
Shomari, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll ask you about who can receive treatment at Health City, Cayman Islands.
Definitely.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Still delivering island-wide for your convenience.
The West Bay Family Fair has something for everyone. Monday, July 5th, enjoy wholesome family fun with free admission to the inaugural West Bay Family Fair at the Ed Bush Stadium and West Bay Heritage Park. Bring your family and friends and learn how to make silver touch rope, blow a concord, or spin a gig. Local arts and crafts will be on sale, and vendors will offer up the best in traditional foods and treats for the kids. Kids of all ages will have their faces painted and participate in several sporting events with McGee's Adventure Park. But wait, there's more. Don't miss the early morning cycle race, the farmers market, live entertainment, awesome raffle prizes, and find out who will win the beautiful baby contest. Stay for the 2-mile fun run and walk and football tournament showcasing some of West Bay's legends. For more information, email noelw@candw.ky or call 916-2134. West Bay Family Fair, Monday, July 5th, at Bush Stadium, starting at 7 a.m. This advert is brought to you by Williams Productions and Radio Cayman.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Just about 7 minutes left on the Business Buzz this morning. Good morning if you're just tuning in. Thank you for doing so. We are speaking with Mr. Shomari Scott. Shomari is in the studio this morning to talk all things health and Health City. And he's also the Chief Business Officer at Health City. Shomari, who can receive treatment at Health City, Cayman Islands?
Before we get into that, I notice Suzanne keeps interrupting our potty discussion for my youngest. Susan, you keep interrupting our potty discussion about my youngest trying to get potty trained at home, and you keep bringing in the breakfast buzz. But on a serious note, we treat anybody at Health City. All private insurance is accepted for persons who may have levels of insurance that they may at times have used it up through the year. We also work with them in regards to payments. And from a cynical perspective, no, you can't come directly to us. The process is you have to go to the HSA in order to get a referral, or if they can't deal with it, then they will make that referral. But that process works well enough, and we constantly have conversations with the HSA just about how we can make it better. And they've always been very willing and appreciative of what we do, and we're very appreciative of what they do at HSA as well. And what's interesting is, when you live in a society like the Cayman Islands, at times you take a lot of things for granted. And what I can say is, back in my tourism days, when I used to travel to other countries, obviously they're putting you in the nicest hotels.
Of course.
Because they want you as a visitor for a conference to see the best that they have, because that's what they're selling, right? So my impression of certain places was a lot different than when I had to go from a healthcare perspective. So now you have to see their hospital. Now you pass their schools, and you get a better appreciation of how good our government health services authority truly is when you put it into context with other countries that have resources and are larger in populations and should, be able to, you would think, provide a certain level. You see that even though the care is good from a primary level in certain places, you get to appreciate that the HSA, is probably one of the top government healthcare facilities in the Caribbean.
And can I say, do you work hand in hand with HSA?
Yes, we do. We do. Obviously, in any partnership, there are always areas of improvement, so we always identify and try and fix. And in any relationship, there will always be ups and downs, but it's about understanding.
It's how you make up.
Yeah, it's how you make up, and it's also understanding what the end goal is. And they understand the end goal. It's about the patients. We understand that as well, and we have a good working relationship.
That's very good. Very good. That's good to know.
Definitely.
Because I always wondered, I'm like, I said to myself, gosh, Health City is such a huge hospital. What's going to happen to HSA? Are we going to die off eventually?
No.
But I see it's a great partnership, and
Definitely.
that's really, really nice. That's good to know. And because I always wonder about whether you have to get a referral if you have cynical to get to.
You do. But HSA does a good job working with us.
Let me ask you another question, Shomari. Can an individual get a tour of Health City facilities, say the one in East End?
So, because of COVID restrictions now, that would be a little bit more difficult because you have to have specific purposes for being in the hospital. But prior to COVID times, that was definitely something that we had many tours, not only from local companies, insurance companies, and individuals, but from overseas. We used to have people flying in all the time to come see this hospital that's been written about in USA Today, Wall Street Journal, the Times. Even I don't know if you would have seen Dr. Shetty's documentary on Netflix, The Surgeon's Cut.
No.
See, I need to send it to you.
Oh,
it's a
yes.
documentary
It's on Netflix?
about four world-renowned physicians, and Dr. Shetty is the cardiac surgeon that's a part of it, that talks about their vision, what they do, how good they are. You need to watch it. The Surgeon's Cut on Netflix. Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
I thought I'd watch everything on Netflix.
Yeah, no, that one you missed. You gotta go watch that one. You gotta
Completely
definitely go
missed
watch that one.
No, Shomari, can you tell us, before I let you go, some of the additional services that we might have missed or we're not aware of at Health City?
No, so we do everything. So for the most part,
I should ask you, Dan, what
don't we do?
What don't you do?
So right now, the radiotherapy, which is coming at the Cayman Bay facility, and burns, the burn unit is something that we don't have. That we'll look at in the next phase, but that's a whole other complexity of setup. And then obviously the neonatology, which we will be bringing in as well. So in the next 9 to 12 months, everything for the most part will be covered between ourselves, doctors, hospital, as well as HSA and all of the myriad of private clinics on island. All gaps from a local perspective will more or less be covered.
Shomari, this has been such an informative discussion this morning. Hopefully our listeners and our viewers learned a whole lot more about Health City, all 3 locations, services, and your world-class facilities. And I tell you what, I'm going to watch that Netflix doc.
You need to. The Surgeon's Cut. The Surgeon's Cut. And if you want any more information, info@healthcity.ky or call us at 640-4040.
Shomari, I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
You've got the gift of gab, man.
Oh, well.
I'm going to learn from you.
No, I learned from Daddy. He used to push me in front of crowds and say, speak.
He did a great job. If you're listening, good morning, Mr. Scott. I want to thank our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, and of course, Health City, Cayman Islands. Thank you for coming on board. Cayman Medical Supplies as well. And coming soon, Brack Medical Supplies Limited, serving the sister islands with quality medical supplies, including wheelchairs, bed pads, crutches, and a whole lot more. Keep tuned to Radio Cayman for more updates. To our guests, of course, Shomari, and earlier this morning, Noah from Cayman Tennis Academy. And to our listeners and our viewers on YouTube, thank you. And finally, last but not least, to our producer, Miss Susan Watson, thank you so much.
Radio Cayman,
the voice,
the heart, the soul of the Cayman Islands.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman.
Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is